So hi everyone, welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep and another video of Ground Zero series. In today's session, we are going to talk about the traffic signal. Guys, whenever there is an intersection, we have always two options to be provided. Number one is the rotary that you can see. This rotary is having a lot of benefits, but it is usable only our limit after which we need to use the traffic signal only. The benefit of this traffic rotary system is that it is self, you can say, it works by itself. It is self operational. We don't need any equipment, we don't need any police person to look over there, and it is going to work by itself. But if on any intersection we have large number of vehicles which are going either straight or taking right turn, in that case it is going to fail, and in this case we need to use the traffic signal. I hope you all have seen the traffic signal. In traffic signal there are three colors, there are three lights having different significance. We have green light, we have amber light, and we have the red light. Red light, as you all know, you have to stop whenever the red light is on, and you are allowed to move if there is green light or amber light on the traffic signal. The first term in traffic signal that you need to understand is the cycle length. Cycle length is nothing but it is the total duration for which the green light, the red light, and the amber light was on. So for example, if the green light was on for 20 seconds, the red light was on for 10 seconds, and for amber light it was on for 5 seconds. So the total cycle length has become 35 seconds. So this is your cycle length. And green, red, amber, these three, if you just see their sequence, the one cycle is basically called as the cycle length. So this is the very first thing that you need to know about this. Now there are different interval in a traffic signal. The first one is called as the change interval. Change interval is nothing but the duration for which the amber light was on. It is basically the transition between the green light and the red light. So the difference between the green light and the red light that you get in between, that is the amber light. So the duration for which the amber light was on is basically called as the change interval. There is another interval which is very lesser known by a lot of people, and that is the clearance interval, also known as all red time. Now when we see this all red time, suppose there is a vehicle which is passing the intersection because it was green light for that particular road, but as soon as the vehicle enters inside the intersection, the red light turns on for that vehicle. Now that vehicle is in the intersection zone, it is in the middle zone, and it is red light for its road, but it is green light for other road. Now there is a possibility that some vehicle can collapse or some vehicle can simply collide in that particular vehicle. So we need to make sure that the inner, or you can say the area of intersection, should be clear before any other road is allowed to move. So what we do is, for a very few time or very lesser time, we make sure that all the traffic signals are turning red light, are showing red light, so that if there is any vehicle in the intersection zone, they can simply cross the intersection safely without causing any accident or collision. So the time period for which there is red light for all the road on any intersection is called as all red time, or in other words you can call it the clearance interval. Now we'll move to the next thing, and that is your losses. Now first of all we need to understand, in case of traffic signal, what do we consider as a loss. So for any duration in which you were allowed to move, that is green light and the amber light, green duration and amber duration, you are allowed to move, but the vehicle did not utilize that time. So the time in which you were allowed to move, the duration in which you were allowed to move, if you waste any time of that particular section, will be considered as the loss, or you can say the time lost. Now there are two cases in which the loss can be seen very frequently on any intersection. The first one is your starting lost time. Now let's understand what actually is starting lost time. So suppose there is a red light and all the vehicles are standing in a queue on any intersection. Now as soon as the red light will turn green, the very first vehicle of the queue will take some time in reacting to that signal change, and first the driver is going to change the gear. It is going to lift the if suppose the driver was on handbrake, so he has to or she has to remove the handbrake also, then they are going to leave the clutch and vehicle will move slowly and will cross the intersection. But as soon as the green light was on, the vehicle did not cross the intersection, and that initial part of the green light was unused by all the vehicles, because the first vehicle did not move, so how can the other vehicle move through the intersection? So that initial duration of the green light, which was not utilized by the vehicle to cross the intersection, is going to be the starting lost time. The second type of lost is called your clearance lost time. Now suppose there is a green light for the road, a vehicle is approaching towards the intersection and it sees that it is having a green light. There is no problem, it is going to cross the intersection. But as soon as it reaches close to the intersection, the yellow light, the amber light turns on. Now the driver knows after the amber light there is going to be the red light, so the driver will stop the vehicle before the intersection only, because he or she knows the red light can turn on any time. But the driver was allowed to move in that amber duration, in that amber time. So the last, or you can say the final part of the amber light was not used properly, was not utilized optimum on the optimum level. So the last duration or the final duration of the amber light remain unused and hence will be known as the clearance lost time. So this was the another lost, right? Now in terms of the design, there are basically four methods with which we can design the signal. So the first one is the trial cycle method. The other one is the approximate method, where we are going to consider the pedestrian crossing requirements. The third one, which is the most commonly used, the analytical method, is your Webster method. And the last one is the basic design with the help of IRC guidelines. And IRC also uses the previous methods only in their methodology. So this was the basic introduction of the traffic signal that we see on day-to-day basis. There is basically two type of signals that you can also see, and they are the fixed time signal, where the duration of red light, amber light and green light is fixed irrespective of how much traffic volume you are having on the road. And then there are vehicle actuated control, VAC traffic signal, which are going to analyze the length of the queue, and according to the volume of the traffic they are going to provide the green light, amber light and the red light, which actually reduces the loss of time of all the road users and provides the optimum level of the traffic signal design. I hope you liked this video. Please share this video with all of your friends and stay tuned to BYJU'S Exam Prep YouTube channel for more such videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, please take care of yourself and please take care of your family. Have a nice day.